see in my mind an array of templates, enormous array of different frameworks that would provide an interpretation, that we would choose as a way of interpreting all the vibration that we were receiving, and create a particular worldview, an understanding, a way of making sense of things. Everybody makes sense of things different. We're also different. And if we have our own particular, we're using a particular, it just makes things simpler to decide how we're going to look at the world so that we can function in it. Because there's, we can only process, 5 to 6% of the data available with our brains. And so in order to make decisions and live our lives and have our experience here in this reality, there need to be some sort of filters. So we have these very individual filters, templates, ways of looking at things. And then there's also the general frameworks that we tend to share as a group and as a society, depending on the time, where we share a particular worldview. And having these general understandings about how things work enables us to do things together and create and have fun and play. It's like being in a sandbox. When you're kids, you're going to construct this and do this and move things around, and we can do that because we agree that the landscape does look something like this, and that the laws of physics will enable us to do this, and that it is possible to construct this, and that this would be desirable, and we agree on all those things. So those are those strong general frameworks that we have. Now there's also very particular subsets, frameworks within the general ones. You have groups and many different perspectives and ideas about how things should be done, and making sense of the world. And there's lots of them, people jostling around, different belief systems, so many different belief systems. And sometimes we think, wouldn't it be nice if people agreed on things? And wouldn't it be nice if we, shared the belief system? We see it as a problem that there's so many belief systems, and sometimes they seem to be conflicting with each other, clashing with each other. Now, it's actually part of the whole process that you have so many. It's actually really desirable that you have a lot of belief systems, because that's what gives rise to new ideas and new ways of doing things and new points of view, new discoveries, new explorations. Part of this of growth comes out of contrast. Well, I prefer this. I don't really care for this. I wish we could do this. Wouldn't this be nice? This, I think, would be better than that. So when we see how things play out in the big arena, and we can go, well, I don't think that works very well. Or wouldn't it be better? Maybe we could try that. And that's how we get the new ideas about doing things. This is how things advance, that there are a lot of different ideas. But there is this big diversity. It's desirable, right? It's a precondition for our expansion and our evolution. Also, what's really desirable is to recognize when your own particular framework, template, belief system, your own kind of vibrational island, it isn't suiting you anymore, when you're wishing it could be something else and thinking, I think my life could be better. I would like to have a better life, and start to make the connections between your belief systems and the kind of life that you're living. And this, of course, is easy to change once you realize that there are so many different belief systems and so many different ways of looking at everything, and that behind it all, or underneath it all, is our consciousness. And there's so much potential for growth and development in every area. So many ways of enriching our lives, and that we can always find a way around things that have seemed insurmountable, and that we can, find that perspective, that way of looking at our life, the big picture, where we see, well, things are actually working out really well. I'm really having a good time, and I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next. It's all a matter of your template, what filter you're looking through. So think about that.